Hey Lars, this is AJ, late of Vulcan Video. Brian forwarded me the email about the video you're putting together, and I thought I'd share some stuff. Hopefully, you can use some of it. Hi, I'm AJ Gonzalez. I worked at Vulcan Video from October of 2012 until last Monday when we all got the awful news about Vulcan closing permanently. Uh, it's the best job I've ever had. It's the longest I've ever worked at a single place. I've met a lot of great people, made some real friends with coworkers there, and met a lot of great customers there. Um, the uh, relationship between the customers and the employees that big corporate stores try to artificially foster just happens naturally at Vulcan Video because we love what we do. There's a lot of good vibes going on there, and that translates to the customers, and we're able to make it a special place because we were surrounded by special people that we really cared about, and we really cared about the movies. Um, there's a lot of great memories over 8 years. I couldn't fit them all into hours of video, but some of the first ones that pop to mind are, of course, the Jimmy Kimmel video starring our captain, Brian Connolly. Um, Going to the taping of the show was great. There was a lot of fun. And for weeks, if not months afterward, I kept getting mistaken for Brian, and I had people coming up to me and telling me that they loved me on Jimmy Kimmel. What was Matthew McConaughey like? Hey, what was it like being uh, on a meeting Jimmy Kimmel? And here's the thing: I look nothing like Brian Connolly, and Brian Connolly looks nothing like me. Brian Connolly is white. I am very not white. I wear glasses. Brian Connolly does not wear glasses. Uh, but yeah, I still got mistaken for him all the time. One time, a regular customer that would come in like twice a week for years, finally asked if me and Brian were brothers that owned the store together. Again, we look nothing alike. I'll never forget the time that friend of the store, Zach Carlson, who some of you might know, came in looking for recommendations. Another customer in the store who was a particular kind of weirdo, we'll just go ahead and say it, uh, said he should watch Pedro Almodovar's The Skin I Live In, which he had just seen, and starts to describe it to Zach. And Zach says, "Hey, well, no spoilers." And the guy says, like, "Oh, it's not a spoiler," and then proceeds to describe in detail the whole plot of the movie. Zach rents the movie, comes back, says, "Hey, that guy told me the whole movie. What's up with that guy?" The answer is we don't know. Uh, yeah, we were able to really get to know our customers, make better recommendations. Customers got to know our tastes, and that just helped us help them. And we got to know our customers' tastes. That helped. Um, I'm really gonna miss recommending movies to customers. I'm really gonna miss recommending movies to parents of kids that are starting to outgrow kids' movies and what do they watch. And my go-to is always Back to the Future, Indiana Jones movies. If they're uh, more maybe getting into horror, Aliens, the second one, because there's a lot of good action in that. Uh, I had a mother ask me what she should rent for her son who thinks he's old enough to watch scary movies, but she knows he isn't. What's something that's gonna satisfy him but not scare him? And the answer is Big Trouble in Little China. and she said that went over really well with him, and I was really happy that I could help. So I'm gonna miss that. I remember starting to work there. Uh, sorry. I remember starting to work there. I had just worked at a Blockbuster where there was a limit on the number of movies you could rent. You couldn't rent movies to yourself. If they were late, you still had to pay late fees to the store, which I guess would just come out of my paycheck or something. And so I was asking Brian and Kristen and Greg the rules on that, and they said there's no limit. You can rent movies to yourself. That they trust the people they hired. That's why they hired them. And that's when I knew this was a special place. Um, I worked with a lot of great people. Uh, Rocky, Max, Tiffany, Leah, Ekram, JT, Danny, Jasmine, who now works for AFS. There's too many to list if we worked together or we only saw each other at shift change. It was great being with those people. It really didn't feel like we were working. It was an amazing job. I'm glad I was able to be a part of it for as long as I did, and I'm glad we were able to be around and help the community for as long as we did. I wish it could be longer, but yeah, we had a good run together, and I hope we were able to help you find some good movies. I better stop before I get emotional. Uh, anyway, Lars, hope you can use some of that. Uh, and thanks. I'll see you around, I guess.